everyone. Welcome to Kavi's Corner. Look who's here. This is Sarah Kratzer, my daughter from another mother. And we are doing our first Friday of the month, which is the Friend Friday, where we have a guest come over to our home, or I drive up to their home and we cook up their signature dish. And today Sarah is visiting us for the holidays, and she's going to teach us what?
We are making a really intricate but very rewarding caramelized onion tahini dressing kale salad. And
Awesome.
I'm so excited to share it with you.
Awesome. By the way, Sarah is a political science student from Stanford University. Madam is an all-time achiever, school valedictorian, and has all the credentials to be on this show.
To make a salad with you.
And she just came back from a trip to Guatemala, where she did what?
I was a Peace Corps volunteer there for 1 year.
1 year. And she stayed with the host family, and she had a great time and tons of stories she was sharing. And today, hopefully, she'll share some with us. So today we got in the kitchen much earlier than anticipated. This recipe calls for roasted broccoli.
Yep.
So explain your recipe, Sarah.
Yeah.
How did you come about this recipe?
So the recipe for the whole salad is inspired by a housemate that I had before I moved to Guatemala. And we call this salad Gita's famous salad because that housemate's name was Gita, and she kind of invented this salad.
So Gita is an Indian girl?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
an MD PhD student at Stanford when we were housemates together. So studying medicine, you know her salads are going to be amazing. And yeah, she's half Indian, half Chinese.
Okay.
And yeah, the component that Kavitanti just introduced is the roasted broccoli. Gita says that every good salad has a roasted component. So this is a super simple, tossed with olive oil, salt, and pepper. And normally I would roast it in the oven for like 35 or 40 minutes at about 400 degrees. But we tried the air fryer today, and it was done in like 15 minutes, crispy exactly the way that you would like it.
Yes, and it tasted yummy. We were just munching away right when it was roasted.
Yeah, they're like chips. They're really good. And the other piece of this process is caramelized onions. And caramelized onions are a really long, slow process. You slice up the onion, you cook it over low heat. It takes 45 minutes to an hour, and there really isn't a way.
Yeah, and
to
she's
speed
been
it up.
standing there sauteing for how long? An hour now?
Maybe an hour. My lower back is killing me.
Uh-oh.
But
I'm glad we started early.
right. But once they're caramelized, you have this unbeatable umami flavor. I think it's worth the effort. And yeah, once they're pretty much done, you add a can of kidney beans. So
Just a
maybe-
store-bought one.
Totally. Yeah, you could probably buy them raw and soak them overnight, but
That's a long. No,
we're
we
already
don't have
spending an
time.
hour caramelizing the onions. So we'll add this in a second. I'll locate a can opener at some point.
Yes.
But these are the three veggie components of this salad. There's broccoli, there's onions, there's kidney beans,
And the kale.
and kale, obviously. So actually, let's move over to the kale together.
Okay.
Gifted to Kavitanti
Sorry, my
by
kitchen
someone
is like
special.
mess.
No, that's okay. So we have kale, and this is baby kale. It looks super similar to spinach, but a thing that normally I would opt to use, which I couldn't find in the store this evening, is adult kale, like normal kale for the salad. And when you use kale, it's just a super tough leaf. So the way that you can break it down is just by drizzling, not like a drizzle, maybe like a healthy drizzle of olive oil on the kale, which helps to break it down chemically.
Okay.
And then massage it. So,
Massage.
Yeah, totally.
That sounds really
So
cool.
my hands are pretty, they're washed. They were washed right before you saw me caramelizing onions. But yeah, you literally just pour some olive oil on your leaves and press it in.
Okay.
So you're
So
doing
you're
the-
squishing the leaves.
Totally. You squish
Okay.
it, you toss it, and you'll find after doing this for like 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
the volume of your leaves will diminish greatly.
Yeah, because you've really wilted them with your hand heat, right?
Totally. So you're doing both a chemical thing by adding olive oil and a physical thing to break down these leaves. Like, obviously you can skip this step, right? But then the leaves will often just be really abrasive on the inside of your mouth, and it's not that fun to eat.
Okay.
So it's nice to do this because then you get a softer leaf that feels a little bit more like spinach, but has that more robust, stronger, spunkier flavor.
Spunkier, I
Kale
like
is
that
spunky.
term.
That's what I think. That's why I love kale.
So can you use any other lettuce or any other greens?
I think you totally could. I think that this salad has tons of strong flavors because of the number of vegetables that are in it and the complexity of the dressing, which you'll see in a little while. So honestly, it's possible that a less bold leaf would work better, like lettuce, let's say. But I think that one of the best things about kale is that the texture of it holds a lot of those different flavors. Yeah. It's kind of like the reason that people like pasta noodles that have ridges, because they'll hold sauce.
Oh, yes, yes. I've heard about that.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Cool. So what's our next step?
We, I guess, should make some dressing.
Okay, let's go. So Sarah is now making her dressing.
Yes.
She's squeezing out some lemons. We have some pomegranates on the other end, some kidney beans, some Parmesan cheese, some tahini, some honey, and the lime juice. Grated Parmesan was attempted, but then we sliced them. And we have,
beautiful.
Our caramelized onions are ready. So we're gonna toss in. You explain.
Yeah, we'll toss in our kidney beans. And these don't really need to cook. They just need to get warm.
Okay, so this is like a warm salad?
Kind of. So I've always eaten this salad where like all of the hot ingredients kind of come out of their respective places. Like the broccoli comes out of the oven, the beans and onions come off the stove, and you just like toss in the salad and immediately eat it. But I know that for some people, like this room temperature salad is not a favorite.
I think in summer I like a cold salad, and in winter I like a warm salad.
For sure. And
so I think there's like a warm salad for winter.
Yes, and it's so hearty too.
Yeah.
Like I think that if you're eating,
you don't need anything
in the middle
else.
Of summer,
Yeah.
you might be like, this is heavy. But if you wanted it cool, you could totally chill it in the fridge for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes before serving. Totally acceptable.
Okay.
So the next thing that we're going to do is make dressing. If you want to come over here, I'm happy to show you. So this dressing has 3 ingredients. The first is tahini.
Okay, which is sesame seed paste.
Exactly. The ingredient is honey.
Okay, how much of the tahini sauce?
I am still experimenting with ratios here, but I'm taking a guess to start off, which is 2 parts, 1 part, 1 part. So the 3 ingredients are tahini, honey, lemon juice. And we're doing 2 parts tahini because that's where all the body comes from. 1 part honey and 1 part lemon juice.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So 2:1:1.
Exactly.
Okay.
Together you have a 4-part
Awesome.
dressing. So we'll see. But truly, I will say that I think the key to being a good chef isn't necessarily to follow the recipe to the T, but rather to like taste your food as you go.
Yeah.
And as you get better, more comfortable in the kitchen, and more comfortable with types of foods, you'll start to be able to figure out what your food is missing, and you'll be able to just add that in as you go.
Yeah.
But
You sound like a professional chef already, Sarah.
the only thing I think I'm better than average at is making salad dressings. And so I can share another thing. I think that all good dressings have a sweet component and an acidic component.
Okay.
So I will honestly put a lot of honey and a lot of lemon juice in like all of my dressings, and I'll change what I choose as the body. So this is my favorite dressing, tahini, honey, lemon, and you can just use water to thin it out. I think we won't need to thin this one. This brand of tahini worked really well for us.
Okay.
But if you have a spunkier baste that you want to do, like maybe you want some like tangy salmon, I would swap out the tahini for sriracha.
Okay.
And you get something a little bit spicier. You know, like
Okay.
I think that if you just choose a body and then add something acidic and something sweet, you have a perfect combination.
Sounds very good. So whoever is watching, please take notes.
I'll thin this out maybe just a little bit.
Okay. So no salt or pepper on this yet?
In the dressing, no, we don't have any, but maybe it's time to taste it and see how we like it.
Yummy?
I think it's really good. I think we might have nailed the ratios.
I need it.
Come here. I think it might be perfect.
It's tangy and sweet.
So remember that 2-1-1.
Okay.
Body, sweet, acidic.
Okay. Maybe a little less on the tahini. Is it little bit overwhelming?
Maybe.
I don't
So
know.
we
This is
can
my
add-
first time,
No,
so
I mean it's up to your audience.
Yeah, so just
we
adjust
could
according.
Add a little more honey and lemon. That's perfect. Great.
we're going with extra lime.
We'll do. You said the tahini was a little overpowering, right?
A little bit, but
Then-
this is the first time. You just make it the way you make it, and then later on I can adjust.
I mean, I think that this base, this 2-1-1 sort of, is like a good ratio to start with. But like, yeah, if you wish it were a little less sweet, then you add more of the lemon. If you wish the tahini were not so bold, then you add more of both things.
Okay.
Yeah, I think dressings are
It's
for being
flexible.
experimental and flexible. Exactly. All right, we're gonna start combining things. So I love for the hot veggie components to get the dressing, just like the leaves do. So we're gonna start by adding in our caramelized onions and beans. And we're gonna push in our roasted broccoli.
That looks so good. Bye-bye, broccoli. We were enjoying it.
Right. Next, we're gonna add in our dressing, and I think that be generous with it. It always disappears.
Wow.
So try to get as much of it out of the bowl as you can.
Do you want a little spatula?
Yes. So emptying out our dressing bowl with a beautiful rubber spatula. Thank you, Auntie.
Donnie.
Don is a salad. He's an enthusiast. And we'll toss this all together.
Okay.
So this is where it gets artful. And another thing that Gita says is that all good salads have cheese. So we have Parmesan. My favorite kind of Parmesan actually comes from Trader Joe's. It's these beautiful giant Parmesan flakes that come in a little plastic container, but we had our own block of Parmesan and we cut some shards and we're excited about it. And I think pomegranate is one of the best like fresh fruit touches to any salad. Fresh pomegranate is fun. It's also spunky, just like the kale. And whatever you don't want to put on, you can just eat it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Yay! Buen provecho, as they say in Guatemala. Time to eat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. Any last comments for our viewers?
This is one of the more complicated salads that's out there, but I just hope that people can find joy in making salads heavy and meaty and exciting and complicated and simple, and they can be anything you want.
And do you have a side of meat or anything that you suggest to go with this salad?
In this one I don't, because your protein will come from your beans.
Okay.
So I think this is a super complete plate as it is.
Okay, just have a meal of it. Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming and sharing, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
And take flight to wherever you are headed to. I know you have a lot of travel plans. So enjoy every moment, and we will look forward to seeing you again.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're gonna rate this.
Say
on a
cheers.
scale of 1
Can
to
you-
10.
Cheers.
Ooh. How is it?
That's pretty good. I'm gonna give it.
Don't talk with your mouth full, Julie.
Can you hear me now? I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
Okay.
Wow.
What happened to the rest?
Yeah.
2.9.
What would you change about it?
I just like things sweet.
Oh, this is sweet?
No, I like things sweeter. Like
Oh.
the dressing. I think.
That's what our extra pomegranate is for. It's for you.
I'm gonna get a pomegranate.
I'll top you off.
And you
with
can
sugar.
add extra spicy
put them in my-
honey as well.
You're so funny. Yes, the honey and the dressing will do that.
So
there's
all
honey in
good?
it?
Can people still make it? Is it a salad you'll make, Julie?
Yes, I'm gonna make one.
Okay, she can't talk. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Kavi's Corner, and I will see you in the next video.
10 out of 10.
Bye bye.